We'll be going in about 2 or 3 minutes here. Just gonna finish getting everything ready, brother. Alrighty, y'all. We are live for the Golden Knights at the Carolina Hurricanes. The last meeting between these two teams went in favor of the Golden Knights in Vegas. Yeah, what up, Blaze? How you doing, dude? Vegas coming away with the 4-1 win back on Monday before the extended break in the 3-game road trip. I'm doing fantastic, buddy. Got a bunch of classwork stuff done. Got 100%ed, so I'm good with that. I was like a nice little start to the day. And now we get to watch hockey at 3:30 instead of waiting until 7 o'clock. So I'm stoked, man. So yeah, let's see. Take a look at Carolina real quick, how they've done their last couple of games. Because we know how we've done. Man, Vegas and Tampa was not good. One more hour in the office? Word. Okay. Just chill, wait for the game to start. Right on, brother. Should be going in a couple minutes here. The game yesterday, dude, they took like 11 minutes. They took 11 minutes to start the anthem and the introductions and stuff. Like the game started, supposed to start at start at 418 or something like that. It was ridiculous. Let's see. On the road, Carolina has lost to Dallas, lost to Colorado in a shootout, lost to us, win against LA, win against Anaheim, win against San Jose. They've had a couple days off since their loss to Dallas. Again, following that Colorado shootout loss, I gotta think Carolina is going to come out hot. It was actually, the physicality was slightly disappointing, but it was really good hockey. Obviously, it's really good hockey when we win 4-1, but it was a lot of good hockey being played last game, so I'm looking forward to that one. Let's see what other games are on deck. Got the Penguins and the Flyers. Oh, I guess they started at 3. Penguins up 1-0 in Philadelphia, 3:41 to go in the first. The Flames and the Maple Leafs. Leafs on a power play in Toronto, but Calgary's leading 1-0, 4 minutes to go in the first. Still to come, Columbus and Columbus and Buffalo. The Ducks and the Panthers. That might actually be a fun game to watch. Islanders, Bruins, Lightning, Preds, Jets and the Wilds, Red Wings, Blues, ooh. Late game, couple of late game alerts. 5:30, Capitals in the Stars. 6 o'clock, the Devils in the Avalanche. Oh, 8 o'clock game tonight, the Kings and the Sharks. I might have to pop on for a little late night stream. Because we get to enjoy this game, which I feel like should be starting already. But do everything here. Go grab, go to Costco, get anything I need. I still might not go. Don't know. But, dude, Kings and the Sharks and the Capitals and the Stars game. Ooh, that might be better than the games we're about to watch. A little high. It's a little high, just like me. Anyway, Frederik Andersen versus Akira Schmid. As we get ready for puck drop in Carolina. Let's see who's on the ice. Still no Stoney. Still no Hannafin. Not great. Not great. Just a call Blake, call Jankowski, Kokaniemi. It looks like they have mostly the same guys. I don't know if did I see Carrier? No Will Carrier for Carolina. And I totally missed the first puck drop. Puck into the Vegas zone right off the rip. Carolina controlling. Shot from the low slot. Big save of Akira Schmid right out of the gate. Another shot misses the net. That one from Svechnikov. Eichel trying to get it up the wall to Barbashev. Barbashev bobbles it. Eichel's going to carry it into the zone. Offsides. Gosh to be here. Gosh to be here. I forgot about him. Bringing it out of the Carolina zone to Aho, who tips it in all the way back to Schmid. Plays it back to Korzak, up to Marner off the low wall. And all the way across the red line, dumped in deep. Marner back chasing it. Dorofeyev plays the low wall, sends it down towards Marner, who brings it back up the low corner as he trips himself. Dorofeyev kind of getting his ass kicked by Jarvis against the glass. A shot by Korzak hits a body in front. Lazan racing to keep it in. He's not able to do so. He'll dump it deep to Anderson, and Vegas will get a change. Minute and a half gone in the first. Carolina brings it back out. Straight up in the air, White Cloud takes it out of his zone, up to Holtz on the low boards, feeds it towards the net. Anderson's going to catch it and play it to the low board. See a little battle there. Ooh, Riley Smith chasing down a loose puck. And it ends up going back behind Anderson. Carolina recovering. So Fensor makes his way out for Carolina. Dumped into the zone. Hutton's back in the low corner. Trying to go the low wall. Turned over. Shot right up front. Big save. Akira Schmid on Stankoven. Another shot fed down low. Misses the net. Up to the low point. Gosheby here misses the puck. It goes back into neutral. Chatfield dumping it in as Carolina goes for a change. Hutton behind his own net. Up the high wall. Missed by everybody. It is going to be an icing on Vegas. The Carolina just controlling, man. Our defense needs a real kick in the dick. Otherwise, this is going to be, I see this being another long game like Tampa. Dude, if we come out of this road trip with 2 points, I'm not going to complain too much. I'll be disappointed, but I won't be too upset about it because, man, Florida kicked our ass. There's no reason we should have gone into overtime in Tampa. And then shout out Shea Theodore for saying, here, I don't want the puck. Anyway, we're not bitter. We're not bitter. We're pissy, but we're not bitter. Shots are 2-0 Carolina. Just over 2.5 gone in the first. Face off. Battled for, finally taken away by Colasar into the Carolina zone. Chasing it down is Howden into the corner, all the way around the back of the net. Fed up to the point. McNabb fakes the shot, takes it down to the low baseline across the center and just misses. Connecting with Colasar for the deflection in. Across the blue line, top of the high circle. McNabb throws it towards the net, misses wide. Colasar from the low boards feeds it behind the net. Carolina able to get it up the boards, not out. McNabb keeps it in, back behind the net, missing everybody at the front. And finally, it is cleared by Carolina into the Vegas zone. Shot off Akira Schmid. Rebound goes right in front of him. But he's able to scoop it up and get the glove on it. So, yeah. Offense so far, I'm not too critical. We're not really setting up. We're hitting some one and dones, but I'm not going to be too critical about that yet. Our defense we're struggling below the dots. Gotta make some adjustments. We gotta start. The biggest thing though is we're playing small right now. So until we start bowing up and leaning on these guys as hard as they're leaning on us, it's just gonna be a rough game. Look into the Carolina bench. Face off, staying in the Vegas zone. Shot to 3-0 Carolina. 3.5 gone in the first. Damn, Slavin, Robinson, Kachekov, Miller, Carrier, Riley, they're missing half their team. What up, Jesus? How you doing, buddy? Face off, won by Carolina. Big shot, misses the net wide. Absolutely, Blaze. Oh, we got a penalty coming to Vegas. I definitely missed what happened, but Marner's going to touch it up, and let's see what the call is. Let me watch this game for some reason on Sportsnet. Dude, that's why I watch how I watch. Oh, it's this guy. I already don't like the crew. Yeah, all the Vegas games get blocked out here, including the home games. Dude, I really like Lazon, but he needs to keep his ass out of the box. I'd like to see the penalty to see if it was a good call, because I don't like this. The head official. I can never remember his name, but they still haven't shown what the supposed interference was. Right off the bat, right off the face-off, shot, goal. Garnt Marner scores, got under 6.5, Vegas win. Might be the play. Yeah, hey. Here we go. I'm saying, Blaze. Just right off the bat, Marner just screens Schmid, and Schmid reacts late to the puck coming. Like, this is a big thing, bro. If you're going to block the shot, block the damn shot. Otherwise, let your goalie see what's coming. And I mean, that ain't nothing on Marner. It's just less than 4 minutes, less than 5 seconds into the power play, less than 4 minutes into the period, they score. Shot goes across the crease by Vegas. Yeah, it's going to be, like I said, Carolina's got to be pissed. They lost to us, lost to Colorado in a shootout, and then lost to Dallas. So they're not on a happy streak. They're finally home because they've been on the road for a while. And I see rough seas ahead, man. All good though. I said our guys are gonna have to start getting big. Otherwise, we're in trouble. All right, Vegas finally able to get out of their own zone. Hutton dumps it. Saw it chasing. Gets there first, trying to go back behind the net. Can't figure out where to go. Trying to get it to Eichel. That puck ends up on Theodore. And of course, he loses it at the blue line instead of just passing it across. But we're not bitter. McNabb's able to sloppily get it in, Assad, and then Barbashev. Where are our sticks, guys? We need to get some hand-eye coordination training. Schmid's going to cover up the soft puck towards him. It should be, bejesus. I hope so, man. Like I said, I can't handle looking horrible 3 games in a row on the road. That'll just hurt my feelings too much. Face off to the left of Schmid. It's like we got 4th line on the ice. So Reinhart, Colasar. No, that's can't be 4th. Oh, Howden. Okay. I thought I saw 71. That's 21. Puck fed up to Schmid again. Shots are 7-0 in favor of Carolina. And our defense is struggling with turnovers again. Poke back from neutral. White Cloud chasing it down. Goes high road out. It's going to end up all the way down and be an icing. Fantastic. Actually, yeah. And I mean, we can't really say anything because they got 6 guys out on their side too, including my boy. That red jersey is usually flipped around because that's Carrier's jersey. Fuck. Getting into the low corner of the Vegas zone. Hutton turns around. White Clouds fires it at Marner. Finally, Vegas gets it clear. Gots to be here. Gets it back down low. Ehlers. Is that Ehlers? Yeah. Ehlers. Trevor. For this game, you got Eichel at a plus a point. Hurricanes under 4.5. Total goals parlayed together. Okay. I'll say we got so we got a Marner score, an Eichel point, and a 6.5 under and a 4.5 under. I dig it. You taking the Hurricanes is probably the better choice. I'm not going to lie, but don't take it personally that I'm rooting against you, brother. I'm on your side for almost all of it. But no, I think you taking the Hurricane. The way we're looking right now compared to the way Carolina's looking right now, it's going to take some serious change. Now, granted, Vegas doesn't like to show up when the game starts. So we'll see how things go in about 10 minutes of game time and how the second period starts. But 6.5 is definitely a safe under, but 4.5 I think I like. Oh, Hurricane themselves. Okay. then yeah, in that case, I like it. I like it. I'm 100% on Eichel getting a point. I have no doubt on that. And then the Hurricanes under 4.5, I like, because they haven't been, well, they've been losing, but they haven't been scoring much. I was just looking at their at 2, 4, 1, 4, 4, 5. Actually, they're scoring more than I thought they were. So 4.5 might be a hair tight, but I think you got the right bet on it since with Schmidt in goal, I think he can lock him down to 3 or less. Now, I don't think we're going to score 4 like we did last game, but I think I like that. But yeah, no, don't remember if I mentioned it, but Jesus 6.5 under, I definitely think is safe. But yeah, we got to get Marner cooking. We got to get Eichel back on fire. We got to get Dorofeyev back on fire. Unfortunately, teams have figured out recently, at least Florida, Tampa, and Carolina are willing to be more physical. And they know with Dorofeyev, all you got to do is shove his ass into the boards and lean on him because he's just not strong enough. He's not big enough. And that's not a slight on him because he's a speed guy. But they're kind of learning that trick about him. Keep force Eichel to the boards. Don't let him cut inside the dots. Don't let him into the slot. Guys are the teams are just learning how to play us, and we're not adjusting very well. So hopefully that changes. And we don't need to change lines and stuff. We just need to change kind of the idea behind what the game plan is. And I'll be the first to say, I have no idea what the correct answer is, but what we're doing right now is not it. Hurdle, deep, goes to lean against the guy. The guy vanished on him, brought out front real quick. Marner, backhand by Dorofeyev, and he scores! There we go, fellas. One sec. Let's go. Hurdle ended up winning that battle. I was very surprised he did. But he won the battle, got it to Marner, little chip to Dorofeyev. I got to try and be less loud. So let me see if I can do this right with. Hang on. I don't know what I just did there. Needed that early clap. Yeah, there. All right. For your Golden Knights with his 8th of the season, number 16, Pavel Dorofeyev, with an assist from number 93, Mitch Marner, and a secondary assist from number 48, Thomas Hurdle. Let's go. Let's go. I've been needing one of those, man. We've been in a drought, bro. Shots are 7-1 Carolina. We see another goal in the first. Oh yeah. No, I don't know who from, but the first ain't ending 1-1. Both sides are aggressive. I love it. I said Vegas getting a little beat up, but right there, Hurdle, I thought Hurdle lost that battle. He went to lean on the guy pressing him, and the guy moved around him, so he kind of stumbled. And when he did that, I figured the guy would just clear it right there, just send it around the boards. But he hesitated. So Hurdle just went right back at him, won the puck. Like I said, got it out to Marner, got it to Dorofeyev, and a backhand. Not even like it was 5-hole above the stick. Like just Anderson just too slow to get down to the ice and gets beat by Skorofeyev, bro. I love it. Vegas controlling Kolasar behind the net. Not a lot out of this line. I would love to see that change. I need to see some howdy points. I want some Coley points. Theodore setting up in his own zone, waiting for the rest of the change. So McNabb fed up front. What a play to get that pass. I think that was Dorofeyev. That was not puck right back up front. Anderson with 2 great saves. Puck going back the other way as Ehlers makes his way into the zone. Top of the top boards. Sorry, high boards into the high corner, trying to feed it to the dot. And a great stick by Marner breaks up that pass. Little bit of a struggle by Hurdle, and he's able to get it clear. Vegas going for a change. Dorofeyev is in attack mode, and you love to see it. Anderson's going to be dropping to the ice a lot quicker. I guarantee it. Come in. Yo, but Jesus, it's snowing. I'm envious of that, man. Yeah, we got an offsides by Eichel trying to bring it in. Shots are 7-3 in favor of Carolina. 9:25 to go in the first. But fellas, that's having a quick conversation. So the interference on Lazan, they never replayed it. So I never saw what the actual call was. Apparently, he just kind of stiff armed the guy. The guy was close to him. He kind of did one of those. And that was the penalty that ended up getting called. But it's funny because as soon as I mentioned, and I don't get this from nowhere, but as soon as I mention who the head official is, it's like, oh, yeah, okay, so we're screwed. Got it. Enough said. I'll know his name in a second. Here, it's the young kid. Luxmore, TJ Luxmore. I cannot stand when he is officiating a game. Like he is one of those people where like 100% guilty until you prove yourself innocent in my eyes. Like you are going to suck at this game. Prove me wrong. Couple hours later, nope. I was right. Let's see what's going on in the other game. I keep forgetting there's other games going right now, man. I'm not used to this super early start. Nay, what up? The Golden Knights with the money I got for it. Man, get the fuck out of here. You're going to come in here talking about problems and go do something like that, bro. All right, Penguins and the Flyers are tied 1-1 in Pittsburgh. Flames and the Leafs. Flames are leading 1-0, 30 seconds on a power play in Toronto. Blue Jackets and the Sabres 0-0, 5.5 minutes in. Man, makes deciding what to eat easier if you don't have either of those. Fucking boiled water. Be rolled up eating ice cubes in a tortilla. Face off just outside the Carolina zone. Won by Vegas. Lazan dumps it in to the low boards. Pitched out through the middle. Lazan's back. Little bit of a battle. That's some NBA. Yeah, that attaboy right there. Man, I'm sick of all this rigged shit. I'm gonna start betting on. I'm gonna start betting on wrestling. WWE, baby. Enough of this rigged stuff. Vegas able to keep it in, saw it down low, skating hard, man. He wants points bad. Lazon with a shot makes it to the goalie, but a good stop. Anderson might have hit the post, but I think it hit his left pad. I guess Stakehoven's getting off the ice, so if it was an ice, I'm confused as to what the call was. It must have been offsides. Or an out of play or something. I didn't catch what happened. White Cloud to Hutton off of the face off. Slow moving puck finally gets across the blue line up the low wall. Howden gets it down deep. Colasar and Reinhardt chasing. Vegas is able to keep it in the zone momentarily before he goes to neutral. He's brother, it's like, oh yeah, no. After this, actually, I'm gonna go play poker with Chauncey Billups, and then Pete Rose is. I'm gonna watch. Yeah, Pete Rose is gonna give me a. Damn, I can't use him because he's dead, so it doesn't work. And it sounds good. This is my next 100 mile. Hey, for Jesus, it's whatever, bro. No worries. I could care less. But yeah, after this, like I said, we're gonna get down on some wrestling matches, the WNBA, the Tour de France. Sorry, I'm also watching. I'm watching the game and trying to think of a joke, and my brain is short circuiting, trying to do two things at once. I once tried to rub my belly and pat my head. Caught my dick in the ceiling fan. I don't even know how it happened. Ellers into the Vegas zone, fought off by Korzak and Lazon. Lazon pitches it out, trying to get it to Marner. He just can't play it. Aho resets with Gosh to be here. Up to Aho from the red line. Back to Gosh to be here and dumped in. Ooh, puck comes off the high boards. Vegas recovers. Let's get some good transition set up here, guys. Nope. Eichel loses it to a good stick. Who's that? It was either Martinook. That was Martinook. Vegas right back in. Eichel trying to feed it into Holtz. Can't connect. And Holtz loses it, trying to make a little bit of a cheeky play. And we got a slash on Carolina. Schmid to the bench. This extra man ain't gonna last very long. I told you. 6:03 to go in the first. Let's see if they replay this one, because it looked like a slash to me, but it might not have been in the hands. Nope, he smacked him right in the thumb. What is he bitching about? I mean, that's not bad going this many games with no penalties, this being his first penalty of the season. But, bro, what are you complaining about? You smacked his hand. All right, Vegas to the power play. Face off to the right of Anderson. Hurdle wins the face off. Puck to Eichel. Back to Theodore. Eichel on the high boards. Hurdle standing up after he had to adjust his. I don't know if his helmet came off or was helped off, but puck sent back. Unfortunately, Hurdle had to get redressed. Eichel just storming in, shot from a hard angle off of a good stick by Walker. Sent up and out of play. Kind of want to see that face off again. Huh? Very confused. "19 seconds gone on the power play, 5:43 left in the first." Oh, geez. Well, welcome back. How was the past? Face off, won by Vegas. Puck to Theodore. Throws it down low. Marner lets go to Eichel. Fed out front. It doesn't reach. Hurdle picked off on the way there. And Carolina going back the other way. They'll just play catch. Theodore with a good stick to disrupt that. Just playing catch and wasting time. Dorofeyev skates it in. Eichel tries the center, and that puck goes all the way back. Dude, if you ever want to know what I mean when I say crucial piece, when I'm talking about a player, like a player is a crucial piece, look at the Vegas power play without Mark Stone and with Mark Stone. It's not even close. Theodore down low. Oh, trying to feed Dorofeyev off of Hurdle's stick. And Hurdle can't get any wood on it. Theodore to Marner. Throwing it down low towards Hurdle. Out to Eichel on the low board. Back to the point. Theodore to Dorofeyev in the middle. Hurdle takes it down low but loses it. Dorofeyev down to the baseline all the way across to Eichel. Eichel taking his time and a great save, Anderson, on the Eichel shot. Yeah, we 10 seconds left on the power play. Anderson's playing very well right now. Unfortunately, their goalie is on point. Back to even strength hockey. Coming up to the point, it gets out. It's not enough to make it icing. Whitey up the low boards. It's back in by Carlson. Nope, it looks like it came out and was played by Carolina. So face off coming into neutral. There, I'll do this now because I don't want to take very long with this break. I want to run right back in because there should be more hockey going. And I don't want to waste too much time. I'm still deciding if I'm going to stream Dallas and who was it? I already forgot. Up in a square landed. Oh, that's right. That's right. Thank you for Jesus. Jesus Christ. Hey, whatever, man. I'm trying to I'm the reason I take breaks is so I can get to the level where I understand what that actually said. I know, brother. I know. You're good, buddy. Like, don't worry, but Jesus, I never pay attention to anything you say. Just kidding. Hang on. Almost done. But yeah, the kind of want to hang out. I think Ovechkin is chasing 900 plus. I mean, oh, there's gonna be a point of diminishing return having Ovechkin on the team and on the power play versus getting somebody that's a little more fluid. But it's hard to get rid of your the most scoringest man ever. You know what I mean? And he's gonna play until he literally cannot play. So he's probably chasing about 30,000, but he's going to have to accept 900 ish. Carolina dumping it into the Vegas zone. Schmid sends it into the corner. Hutton, after a little bobble, plays it up to Riley Smith. Up the low boards. Stopped on the way there. Little back and forth. Hutton finally able to get it out. Saad chasing it in. It goes right to Anderson, who sends it back the other way. And out of the zone. A little rush. And exactly. It's like, bro, just all it could be, man. You won the cup, you got the scoring title, retire on top, and be happy, bro. That Hall gives it up in the middle to Colasar, dumps and chases Chatfield on his ass. Reinhardt gets there first. Behind the net. Puck out, Colasar. Ooh, in the corner, makes a pretty good move after a little bobble. Reinhardt takes it up the low boards. Makes a rough pass, but great recovery. And then by Howden, and then Colasar puts it on net for a glove save by Anderson. This guy's he tied for a while, just until the second. That wouldn't be bad. That wouldn't be bad. Like I said, I do think we'll get another goal in the last 60 seconds. I just one of them's gonna at least have a very dangerous chance. I'll say that much. But we are at 2:29 to go in the first. Dude, Eichel has 11 goals and 17 points against Carolina. We should be seeing some. We should get at least a point from Eichel. Barbie facing off to the left of Anderson. Carolina wins it, doesn't get it out. Theodore gets it to Barbashev, who gets kind of swatted as he's trying to get it down. Theodore gets tripped. There it is. I was waiting for the call. 2:19 to go in the first. Shots are 7-5. Carolina and the Golden Knights are going to the man advantage on the Svechnikov trip. All right, let's not look like trash this time. He skated right into him. He stuck his knee into the back of his legs and took him out. This must be the Carolina feed. These clowns. What are we? Dude, I don't like this crew. I say every time I see TJ Luxmore, I automatically assume that everybody on the crew is at least as bad as him. 2:19 to go in the first. Carolina wins the face-off. They'll dump it. To get my stats back up here. Eichel gets in. Score, Dorofeyev! Told you we'd score again. Oh, I appreciate it. Did I say that somebody was going to score again? Because I feel like I said somebody was going to score again. Didn't know it was going to be like that, though. Hey, where's Trevor at? You got your Eichel point, brother. Score for your Golden Knights with his 9th of the season, his 2nd of the game, and a power play goal. Number 16, Pavel Dorofeyev. With an assist from number 27, Shea Theodore. And a secondary assist from number 9, Jack Eichel. Let's go, baby. All right, we got 33 seconds left in the first as Vegas ices it. But, man, my reaction was so calm because it just didn't. Until the puck got to Theodore, I was confused what happened because one of the Carolina guys started heading back the other way. We moved in. I thought maybe it was offsides. Puck goes to Theodore, immediately to Dorofeyev, and he buries it glove side. It's like, oh, big blocker saved by Akira Schmidt off the face-off in the Vegas zone. Korzak trying to feed it up, turns it over. A shot misses the net. 20 seconds left on the clock. Korzak, I'm trying to like Keaton Korzak, but man, he's got to settle down a little bit. Ooh, 2 guys just go down. I'm not sure what that was. Looked a little incidental, but I'm not sure. We'll keep it under 6, but we're gonna make it 5 at least. All right, fellas. Hey, I'm going to bolt immediately, and I will be right back as fast as possible. We're going to watch some other games while we wait for this to come back. I'll see you in a couple minutes. right, yeah. Let's see what other games are going on. Panthers and the Ducks are live right now. Has that actually started? Yes, it has. 8:10 left in the first. No score yet. Shots are 9-3 Florida. Little curious about this game because I see a little bit weaker goaltending on the Duck side, which, to be honest, that's said often when Bobrovsky's in goal. Let's see. We got the Penguins. Oh, sorry. The Flyers over the Penguins in Philadelphia 2-1. Flames and the Maple Leafs sitting at 1 apiece. So like I says that, yep. I just need Hurricanes to score 3 goals or fewer. They're on their way, brother. Vegas is starting to look real good. I think they'll get 1. They may actually end up getting 2, but I don't think they put more than 3 up on Schmid. So well on your way, brother. It's funny. I was looking for you in chat when they scored. I immediately was like, "Where are you at?" Mays my go. He plays for Canucks. Indian guys leading in Surrey. Hey, right on. Legend in Surrey. Ooh. All right, we're getting a power play. Let's see what just happened here real quick, and I'll go back to the scores in a second. Rodriguez gets called for a hook. Let's see it. They haven't shown the penalty. I'm still looking for it. Of course, I had one final leg. You had to, right? LA Kings to win against the Stinky Sharks. Attaboy. We may be around for a second stream later. I haven't done a doubleheader yet, so. Well, I guess not since I was my boy was watching the dog. I believe so. That's what I'm saying, Jesus. I think he made a couple of smart picks. Fed back behind, and he misses the wide open net as Bobrovsky was pulled to the high post. Reinhart trying to get it out. Jones kicks it back, and now Florida's going to head the other way. Reinhart dumps it ahead. Ducks are going to reset. All right, let's hit the scores again. I'm going to start over. So in our game, the Knights and the Hurricanes, Knights up 2-1 in Carolina in first intermission. I got to refresh it. Damn it. Hang on. Oh, I forgot today was Frozen Frenzy, so we may have to hang out. Penguins and the Flyers. Flyers up 2-1 in Philadelphia. 5 minutes to go in the second. Flames and Leafs tied in Toronto 1-1. 3:35 to go in the second. Blue Jackets and the Sabres. Sabres have 30 seconds left of a power play, but the Blue Jackets are up 1-0 in Buffalo at first intermission. We're watching the Ducks and the Panthers at 0-0. Islanders are up on the Bruins in Boston 2-0. 13:52 to go in the first. Ooh, that I was not expecting. And then we got more games to come starting at 4:45, 5 o'clock, 5:15, 5:30, 5:45, 6 o'clock, 6:30, 7:30, and of course, the late game at 8 o'clock. Good grief, there's a lot of hockey. And I love it. I'm here for it. Ducks trying to work this power play. Panthers doing a good job shutting them down. I do think I want to check in on New York and Boston. We'll give this power play till the end. We only got only got a minute and a half left of intermission in the Knights game. 10 seconds to go on the penalty. Ducks missing a lot of shots and Bob being there for the rest of them. They fed down to the low baseline, back to 5-on-5. Ducks flying around, and it ends up in the high corner. Florida got out of it. Let's go check out the Islanders Boston game. Yeah, just over 7 minutes gone. 2-0 Islanders. Shots are 4-3 New York. Haven't watched any of the Islanders. I have zero idea who anybody on their team is. They're going to buy some time behind their own net. And here come the Oilers back into Boston territory. Little stick battle entering in, a little hold. That's no big deal, though. We're not going to talk about that. Hey, do it until you get called for it. All right. We're getting ready to get back. Probably should have brought that up with the other game up, because now I'm just looking at a commercial and we could have enjoyed some more game time. Dude, let's see a Pavel hat trick. Buy even more space on that leaderboard, because now after those 2 goals, Dorofeyev is back to goal leader, solo goal leader. All right, let's look at some stats. I was thinking they'd be back from commercial by now, but shots on goal, 8-6 Carolina. It was 7-1 for a long time there. And then Carolina was stuck at 7 for a long time. So we started shutting down the Carolina opportunities and we started getting opportunities. 52.4% on the face-off in favor of Golden Knights at 11 out of 21. We're 1 for 2 on the power play. They are 1 for 1 and 1 second on their power play. That was a hits are 9-7 Vegas. I'm actually surprised by that. But then again, that's one stat I have no idea what they count as hits, because there are games where nobody even goes within a foot of each other. And they have 60 hits in the game. It's like, what on earth are you talking about? 6 block shots to Carolina's 2, 8 giveaways each. So there's only 1 takeaway in the game, and that's for Carolina, but there's 8 giveaways each. That is a problem. That's what cost us the game. I think against Florida, we had 17 shots and 20 giveaways. Giveaway right there, and immediately on Schmid, and Schmid makes a great save. I would love to see Lindbaum play again. Dude, we're going to have, for the first time, we're going to have a little bit of a goalie conundrum, because, like, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'm very thankful for what Hill has done for the team. I'm over it. He's too prone to injury, and he's just not the goalie that he was. He was a stud for the playoffs, and then he's iffy at best. Confidence is shaky. But then you look at Carl Lindbaum the other night against Tampa. You look at Akira Schmid, every game that he's played. Oh, what just happened? There we go. And something just went haywire. Do this. Total restart. Boom. Okay. I'm a little further behind than I thought I was. Fucking the high corner towards the net, fought off by Akira Schmid. Jarvis headed up the wall, sends it back around the net. Off a stick, and Holtz recovers. Gets it up ahead, and Eichel makes his way into the zone with Barbashev. Puck off of Anderson. Carolina's going to turn around and go right back the other way. Trying to keep an eye on time. 8:51, so I'm about 30 seconds behind. Hurdle chasing it into the zone. Scooping it up in the high corner. Up to the point. Korzak trying to get it deep. He finally does after a battle on the blue line. It comes right to the center anyway. Jarvis dumps it from neutral into the Vegas zone. Marner around trying to find Lazan on the low board. Lazan gets it up to Hurdle. They get it out of the zone. Not very far. Lazan finally gets it sent. Ooh, up the door. Fayev, who gets put on his back. Hurdle making a move. Can't get a shot off. And nobody home as he tries to set the point. Hutton has to chase it back. White Cloud all the way up, right up the center. Saad sends it to the Hurdle at the high wall. Down in the corner, Saad battling for it. He gets taken down. Who is that? Fensor. I don't know. Anyway, Carolina's going to get it some high road all the way back to the Vegas zone. And then Theodore's going to get it clear. Fensori. Okay. I know that now. See, I'm learning. Vegas can't get it out. Carolina sends one at Schmidt from the high point, and Schmidt is able to cover it up. All right, let me just see if any of these happen to be a little bit more ahead of time. This one might actually be a little closer to real time. Give me a second here. Let's see if we actually are on a see, that's down to 1704 already. Okay. No. Let's see. Nope, this is going to be the better one. All right. Fucking neutral. Reinhart gets it across right in front. All alone is Colasar, and he cannot get it past Anderson. Man, that's exactly what we want, but not necessarily the guy we're looking to do. He did, however, put somebody on his ass just there. Cooking the Emmy. Barbashev making moves, throws one to the net as he's taken down. No cause. The puck misses wide. Lazon pitches in. He's getting hooked. Dogs doing their job. I'm saying, bro. That, I'm not sure what they're saying. It was offsides. I don't necessarily agree. Oh, that was actually a really good attempt by Kolasar. Looks like stopped by the stick of. Nope. He did miss wide. Never mind. Three and a half gone in the second period. Shots are 10-8 Carolina. Getting a little reset here. Face off in front of Anderson. Wait, why is there a face off in front of Anderson if it was called? Why was the play blown dead then? Whatever. Like I said, as soon as I see TJ Luxmore, I already give up on the officiating crew. Barbashev off a quick face-off win. Stopped by Anderson. Eichel going up the low wall. Circles back to the low dot. Backhand across, and Anderson gloves it. Trying to get some action towards the middle, but Anderson doing a good job, man. It's his defense isn't staying strong in front of him. And what obviously we know a lot about that. Dude, I know I've already said his name a couple times, but I still want to give a shout out to Carl Lindbaum coming in against Tampa on Sunday and getting us a point because he's the only reason we got a point. Ref, dude, the line judge just took a high stick off the face off. I think it busted his nose up. Couldn't tell if he was bleeding or not. Eichel dancing in the high corner, backhand trying to catch Barbashev, ends up on the low boards. Holtz comes away with it, trying to get across to Eichel, who was slashed leading in, no call. Cross check on Eichel, no call. Oh, there is a call. It's about damn time. Good grief. Dude, I thought it was Svechnikov again. Yeah, right to the hip. Explain this away. That is the dumbest thing I have ever heard. I'm sorry. And you know what? People may tell me this dude's right, but a cross check is when your trajectory is high to low. Otherwise, it's just a battle. So, in other words, if you're flat and you cross check somebody, that's not a cross check. And if you cross check somebody in the face, well, that's not a cross check either, because a cross check, technically speaking, is high to low. That's silly. And I'm trying to. All right. Vegas, Marner enters. Leaves it to Hurdle, gets it to Theodore, trying to get it out front. Eichel hits a stick. Good stick by Jarvis to send the puck up and out of play. Trying to keep an eye. See just, like I said, see how far I am behind. Dude, the throwbacks between Carolina and Colorado, like those were pretty nasty. And it's funny because I didn't realize they were doing that. So when I turned the game on and I saw that, I was like, what kind of DHL shit is like, what am I even watching? And then I figured it out way too late. Make sure we got the players up. Minute 35 left on the Vegas man advantage, 15 and a quarter in the second period. Got around the back of the net. Carolina gets it all the way down. Theodore resets. Eichel behind him. He throws it all the way up ahead to the blue line. Hurdle kind of fumbles it, but it was a great idea. But Hurdle is just struggling with his puck control. First 6 games, we were 9 for 24. Last 4 games, we were 1 for 10. Well, when Florida gets 2 penalties and in that game, and Tampa should have had about 13. I don't know. We just haven't had as many tries. Marner struggles. Dude, we're not keeping our skates all the way across. Eichel, way too much time. He couldn't control the puck, dude. We look rough. We look rough because we're not able to catch the puck and get it to. Sorry, I'm trying to slow down a second. Let me regroup. All right. Every time somebody catches a puck, they bobble it. Every time. The only times they haven't are the times we've scored. So we've got to start handling the puck clean. High dot shot stopped by Anderson. Puck to the high corner. 3 white jerseys trying to get it out, and they do, only to turn it over. Aho going the other way. Does have some help by Riley Smith. That shot Ooh, puck came right out in front for Jarvis. He wasn't able to connect to beat Schmid. That was just sloppiness from Vegas. Right up front, Barbashev looking in a good stick. He couldn't beat. Puck goes back the other way. Again, sloppiness. Nystrom made a great play. Let's clean it up, fellas. Barbashev in as Anderson plays it. Gets it out of the zone, sent back in. And Carolina gets it behind the net. Schmid leaves it. Whitecloud hits a stick as he tries to clear. Another giveaway. Good defense by McNabb to force that shot wide. Carolina controlling the Vegas zone. A blatant trip. Theodore got his skates taken out. Theodore skating in now. Oh, and he goes off the post. Oh, son of... Oh, that was Reinhardt. I thought that was Theodore. Good grief. So close. So many opportunities. Our offense is looking better. Now our defense needs to step it back up and eliminate these opportunities. Whiff on the pass. And then Hurdle gets taken down. Carolina keeps the clearing attempt in. Shot goes off the stick and up and out of play. Good Lord, man. Reinhardt posted it. Let me get a light turned on. Oh. All right. We're sitting pretty. 12 and a half minutes to go in the second. I should look at the other hockey games. Give me 1 second. I will do that. All right. Checking in across the league. Second intermission. Flyers are up on the Penguins 2-1 in Philadelphia. A minute 24 on a power play for Philadelphia when they return. Second intermission in Toronto. 2-2 against Calgary. Blue Jackets are up 1-0 on the Sabres. 15 and a half to go in the second in Buffalo. First intermission in Florida, and the Panthers and the Ducks are 0-0. Islanders still up 2-0. 3:46 to go in the first period. I feel like that was forever ago. That game just, there must be a lot of stoppages. Actually, real quick, let me just check something real quick. No, there's only been 8 face-offs in this period. So only 6 besides these 2 goals. That's surprising to me. I feel like that game's taken forever. And then we got more games to come. Getting ready to start play again. Wish we could get a little closer to feet a little closer to on time, but I think we're about 30 seconds off of reality. 12-11. And puck in the Vegas zone. I'm trying to 11:55. About 20 seconds. That's not too bad. Carolina dumps it back into the Vegas zone. Saad chasing it down. Nope, that was Theodore chasing it down. McNabb, man, this feed is not as clear as I thought. Big hit. I think Jack Eichel just got smashed. And now, McNabb and Holtz went to have a conversation, but Martin Hook just smashed Eichel. Let's okay. If it was a clean hit, it's a clean hit. That is what it is. But let's see it again. Oh, that puck's gone, man. It is what it is. It's not a bad check. That's not a bad check. Holtz didn't go over looking to fight. He just went over to make sure he knew he didn't appreciate it. You know, remember the number. You'll see him again. Aho versus Eichel in the faceoff to the right of Schmidt. Eichel wins it. McNabb gets it up ahead, pass just outside of Holt's reach. And the Hurricanes are able to make the play. Who's 21? Nick, okay. I'll probably butcher that later. To the low point. Fed down low, hits his own man in Ellers. Jarvis gets it to Aho. Locked out on the low boards. Jarvis gets it all the way across the middle. A little too much time for the Knights to recover. Hurdle tries to get it to Barbashev, who tries to get it out, and it is just sloppy trying to clear the puck. But we finally do. Hurdle and Barbashev. Barbashev with the puck. Feeds it to Hurdle. It goes off of Nikishin, and that blocks the pass. Hurdle gave Anderson a little shower, which is, all right. I see you, Hurdle. What a catch by Marner. Dorofeyev and his stick breaks as he takes the shot. That should have been a trip right there. Good Lord. Riley Smith gets it to the point. Korzak back down. Riley lets it go. Carlson trips over the stick that's on the ground. That actually wasn't the Carolina fault. All the way across. Shot fought off by Schmidt. Up and out of play. From the low dot by Blake. I wish Barbashev would have shot that. Just go high over the glove. It's a great play by Nikishin. And then Blake makes a good shot, but a great blocker save by Akira Schmidt. 10:20 to go in the second period. Shots are 13-11, Carolina. Howdy wins the face-off. White Cloud sends it around. Carolina's starting to hit. Let's see how Vegas responds to this. But Carolina's starting to launch bodies, and they're not too concerned with how long the puck's been gone. Hutton trying to rush back to save a missed puck, and he does. Gets it to White Cloud up the high wall. Trying to feed it back in the middle, he does, and Reinhardt couldn't quite control it over to Howden. Lot of potential. Big hit by Reinhardt in the high corner. Puck comes to the point. Kept in towards the net. Saved by Anderson. Howden was up front looking for something loose, but White Cloud drilled him one from the high point. Over halfway through the second period, Vegas sitting at 2-1. Let's see, shots of 13-12 in favor of Carolina. See if there's any changes. No. Nope, nothing new yet except for the Lightning and Predators have started their game. So we will keep an eye on everything going on there. Oh, man. Let's see. Let's see who's in the net for these guys. Is it Soro and Vasilevsky? Vasilevsky, yes. Soros, yes. It should be Corpusalo versus whoever's in for New York. Sorokin, Corpusalo. Ducks and Panthers, we know it's Bob, and I don't know who's Dostal is in for Dostal. I can't remember. No, it's Tarasov. I thought it was Bob in for Florida when we looked. I don't even know who the Sabres in the. Uh-oh. All right. I think we're back. Quick little disruption. All right. Face off to the left of Anderson. Carolina wins it. Then up ahead by Nikishin. But it's going to be an icing, resetting all the way back down in front of Anderson. You're right. Vegas is such a big team. I hate that we play so freaking soft. Face off again to the right of Anderson, won by Carolina. Right up the gut. Bad turnover. Dorofeyev has it right out front, but a good recovery for Carolina. Good recovery by Chatfield. But it was that Svechnikov just gave that puck right to Dorofeyev in a dangerous spot. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Face off to the left of Anderson. Hurdle wins it. And Korzak couldn't make it over in time to keep it in the zone. Hurdle takes it back in after a great pass. Marner just misses trying to feed it to the goal. Awkward position for him. But what an effort. All right, Dorofeyev up on the high wall. Beating it down to the blue line. Korzak shot is not a hard one, and Anderson is able to catch it. After the glove save, shots are 14-13. Vegas finally leading in shots for the first time in probably 3 games. Probably since Calgary. And 8:46 to go in the second. All right, I like the Lego Viking guy on Anderson's helmet. I'll give him that. Woohoo, a little bit of a sloppy face-off, but Carolina's going to win it and come away. Holtz makes a great play over his shoulder to settle the puck. Oh. And Vegas is able to get out. Trying to get it to Eichel is Holtz as he falls down. Eichel throws a hip check. He went hard into the boards. Now he's probably going to do something sloppy, but there's like no reason to. There's a great job by Eichel to disrupt the play. I'm happy we're finally getting physical. Holt circling at the blue line. One of theirs does not have a stick. I think it's Svechnikov, and it doesn't matter. Martin Hook scores. Of course, it's his first of the season. Do you need a guy to score that hasn't scored in a while? I haven't played the Golden Knights. Jack Eichel just saying, here, take the puck, buddy. And then he beats Schmid. I want to see Colasar line up Martinook and just shoulder to chest, nothing dirty. But he hit Eichel. Nothing wrong with the hit. Now he scored. Now it's time to send a message. We are not happy with you. So again, do it 100% cleanly, but do it hard and make it hurt. Our defensemen just took each other out, dude. We were looking so good, and then all of a sudden, halfway through the second period, we just start looking like slops. Carlson stick in on him to prevent the shot. Go across the point, dude. You have Hutton there. Trying to feed it out front. Puck goes in front of Anderson. Saad couldn't get a stick on it to shove it towards the net. Hutton towards the net, and Anderson gloves it. Okay, guys. Carolina is starting to kick the living shit out of you. Dude, that hit had nothing to do with what happened right there. Eichel misplayed the puck. That's one thing I hate about this. He knew that, and then, dude, Schmidt made the save, but he left his legs open. Holy shit, y'all. But kind of won by Vegas. Carolina almost comes away with it. Great defensive play right there by Kolasar to not give up the easy puck. Was on to Korzak. Korzak dumps it in. Puck in the high corner up the high boards. Carolina goes right down the other way, and that's going to be an icing. Face-off coming back in front of Anderson. 6:33 to go in the second. Shots are 16-14 Golden Knights. Yeah. Go ahead and turn the dude. I'm going to say it as much as I can, as often as I remember. Every sport needs to do what the Masters does when the Masters comes around. You go to themasters.com, you can watch it for free, and you can choose whether you have natural sounds or commentary. Ooh, shot just hit one of the Hurricanes in the face. Oh, yeah, he's bleeding. Nystrom. Number 64, Nystrom just got blasted by a puck in the face. I think they're checking for teeth right now. But yeah, you need to be able to have the choice as to whether or not you want to listen to commentary. And if you turn the commentary off, then you just get the sounds from the ring. Let's see, any teeth go flying? Ooh, overreaction by the cameraman, and the cameraman never went back. I would much rather hear the puck on the boards, on the sticks, hitting the crowd cheering, and just get rid of the bias in commentating. Now, on the radio and stuff, I love it. I'll say that because we have Dan Duva and Gary Lawless, and they are like the best commentary guys, or the best play-by-play guys. I can listen to them. I'm also being pissy because we're tied now. Like I said, I'm not bitter, but I do get pissy. They are scraping the blood off the ice. Dude was right at the it's looking like some teeth are loose and his lips busted open, or possibly his gums. Judging by what dude just said to coach, or motioned to coach. But there's right in the middle of the slot, and that puck came in from the point, smacked him like right there. .620 to go in the second. Hurdle in for the face-off. That against, damn it. Oh, my phone's frozen, so now I can't. There goes Stall. Another icing. They'll take it back. Game got. It's funny. They tied it, and the game got boring. Good grief. It's like, thank God I paid all this money to sit behind the bench where all the players and coaches are so that I can't see a single freaking thing happening on the ice. Hutton throws one on net, kicked away by Anderson. Ooh, that was a little bit more of a push, and that would have been a hardcore boarding. I don't like those plays. Marner turns and shoots. Out front door, fan trying. It's loose in the middle. There's no goalie in. Oh, good job, Carolina, you sons of bitches. That out front door, fan. Stopped by Anderson. Good grief, gentlemen. Total chaos drill in the middle of the crease, and Anderson's able to stop it. Let's see. Yeah, that's if Dorofeyev could have. I mean, it would have been a hard play to make, but he would have had to stop on a dime and launch himself towards the goal to get around the post. He just kind of got it in front. It wasn't, he didn't have the angle. So it just rode the goal line. Good grief, man. I want a Dorofeyev. I need a Vegas lead and a Dorofeyev hat trick. Checking in on the other games going on, see if anything's different. 12:15 left in the third. Flyers winning 2-1 over Pittsburgh in Philadelphia. Maple Leafs up 3-2, 11:30 to go in the third on the Flames. 4:30 to go in the second period, and the Sabres have come back to make it 2-1 over the Blue Jackets in Buffalo. Ducks and the Panthers still sitting at 0-0, just about 8 minutes gone in the second. Islanders Bruins still 2-0 at first intermission. 9:53 to go in Nashville. Predators and the Lightning tied at 0. And 2.5 minutes gone in Minnesota for the Wild and the Jets. No score yet. I said I'm going to be keeping an eye on that Dallas and Washington game. It should be, honestly, it should like hit intermission break and then go, like, by the time we get back, be right on time for what's it called, that game to start. So we'll be able to watch the first couple minutes of the Capitals and the Stars. Zach disrupting plays. You love to see it. But goes straight up and out from neutral. Ooh. We know it doesn't matter till the third, so. At least this one didn't get stopped for an eye poke, so we're all right. Shots are 18-14 Golden Knights face off on center ice. 5:30 to go in the second. Good little turnaround by Howden. Just sent somebody down to his feet, like down to his ass. That was great. Into the zone. Trying to feed it back to Kolasar or Korzak. Howden throwing it at the net. Hits the skates of Kolasar. Puck down on the low wall. Kokaniemi touches it, but not anywhere near the red line. Icing again as we are wrapping up the slowest 7 minutes to ever happen in frickin' hockey. Good grief. Who got kicked? He's not kicking him out. Eichel versus Kokaniemi. Eichel won it. Vegas able to keep it in. Puck hits a stick, goes way up out of play, and we have another face-off in the Carolina zone. The biggest thing Vegas has to do is limit their shit moments. And if you have one or two, that's not too bad. So far tonight, one or two is appropriate. We can't have any more though. And I feel like, quick shot goes over the net by Eichel. Feeding it towards the net, goes off a stick, and Holtz is not able to beat Anderson. Barbashev getting it to the point. Fed back low behind the net. Eichel protecting the puck. Gets it back up high. McNabb knocks the skate out of the guy standing in front of him. Oh, panic mode as he can't do anything. Now McNabb. Puck up front. Dude just got shoved into the goalie. Yeah, they should have iced it, but Theodore gets it to Sod back across, and Holtz can't get the shot off. Man, they are giving us every opportunity to score, and we refuse to take it. Another blast from the point goes high. Eichel to McNabb. It's into the center. Holtz making moves. Shot hits the guy standing right in front of him. Theodore. Good. He actually was a little patient, but now he was a little too patient. Big shot by Riley Smith misses the net. Anderson might have gotten a piece of that. Still kept in. Riley Smith makes a great pass to Jack Eichel. Back to Riley. Right up front. Theodore gets his stick choked, and he's not able to get the shot off. That was a good play by Carolina. Puck floating around the middle. That looked offsides to me. A shot from Jarvis on Schmidt, and Schmidt will cover it up. 3:15 to go in the second. And Vegas doing a lot, just not quite enough. I mean, McNabb busted the skate of old boy, and then we had some opportunities, but Stahl just straight up. That was all Stahl's fault. It sucks when you lose a skate. Our guys have lost a skate and had that moment, but damn, it is so funny watching guys trying to all fours it across ice. Carolina controlling in the Vegas zone to the middle. Sod gets a good stick on it, and it's out. Riley, just able to get it into the zone, but not deep. Carolina reset and bringing it into neutral. Under 3 minutes to go in the period. Top of the high circle, a good deflection sends the puck into a dangerous spot, but Schmidt is there to fight it away. Carlson heading back. He was hooked off. I mean, he was kind of hooked, but yeah, sealed off. That works. Like I said, we're just playing too small, man. Until we start playing like the team that, like the size that we are, we're going to be in trouble. Marner headed the other way. Gets it ahead to Dorofeyev. Dorofeyev with the backhand. Puck comes out. Hurdle. Tries to get it to Marner, and some good Carolina sticks. Disrupts the pass. Damn. Dorofeyev comes right back in with it, but he loses the puck. Dude, everybody's out of gas. You can just see it on all sides in that moment right there. Puck all the way down, no icing. Under 2 minutes, Korzak behind Schmidt, setting up the play. Gets it to Marner. He's going to go right up the gut. Good back check. Disrupts that, and a missed stick by Lazon. Korzak back on defense, coming across the swing and a miss for Tanner Hall. Puck again dumped in on Schmidt. Korzak again resetting from behind his own net. Up the high boards. Good pass. Finally. Howden breaking in. Trying to make a move, but he is hooked, and we got another Vegas power play coming. He absolutely got hooked right there. Shots at 21-16, minute 26 to go in the second period. And we are getting a Vegas power play. because Howden just beat Walker. Oh, yeah, he gets it right up there. He flat out beat Walker by a mile. So he did what he had to do to try and save a goal. Because if Howden's able to drag that across the crease and backhand it, or even Anderson's 5-hole was wide open, like smart decision by Carolina because our power play hasn't been fantastic. And Schmid makes a dumbass play. Okay, here we go. Eichel cycling back. Marner heading in. And he gets there. Got the blue line, left for Eichel at the high wall. Dump to the baseline. Marner behind the net. Low point, Theodore. Pass to the top of the high circle, and Dorofeyev is stopped by Anderson. Our guys look tired. We have less than a minute that we need to do our best to keep the puck on this side of the ice, because if they get a free poke like they did last time, they're gone. We're just not going to have the gas to stay with them right now. Which is a shout out to Carolina. Most teams don't tire us out like that. Not this quick. Theodore across the blue line. Marner gets it down to... No, he doesn't. Back to the blue line. All the way down to Marner baseline. Marner's going to go at it. Tries to feed it to the middle. He gets the backhand on it, and it doesn't. How did that not go in? How did that puck not go in? Carolina headed down the other way as an extra man. Dude, what are we doing, guys? Bro, how did that not go in? Now it's looking like a Carolina power play. Finally, Vegas has control. 12 seconds as we're slow walking the puck in. Eichel leaves it. Not a smart play. Aho falls on it. And now we're headed back the other way again. Puck on net. Misses the net. And we're going to end that 2-2. Shots at 22 to 16 Vegas, and boy golly, do we look like trash. We were looking great. How did that not go in, man? Great save, Anderson. Great save, Anderson. But that's why you elevate the puck, and I am sick of screaming elevate the fucking puck. Good Lord, guys. All right. Well, we'll be back for the third period. Yo, shout out Nelly and Remy coming in. What's up, fellas? There we go. Still have a few minutes left on the intermission. Get that pulled up. I'm doing well, Remy. Thank you for asking. Yeah, we're getting ready to start. 34 seconds left on the Vegas power play as we start up the second period. See, I can get rid of that. Let's see if I actually like this better over here. No. No, I do not. Okay. Everything's set up. We're waiting for puck drop, but let's see if okay, well, let's check another other games real quick. See if anything's winding down to the last minute. Oh, overtime. There we go. Where are the pens? There we go. All right, overtime. Pitt versus Pitt. Crosby and dude just going to war. Pittsburgh wins the faceoff in the Philly zone. They're going to retreat. Erik Karlsson circling back. Pass all the way across. Ooh, misplayed. Fuck. Crosby ends up coming away with it. It potentially getting away with the tripping. And Philadelphia is going to get called for a penalty on the breakaway opportunity, but it doesn't matter. Even with the delayed penalty. Wait, okay, hang on a second. There's all kinds of stuff happening right now that I am very confused about because there was a delayed penalty. What's going on? Yeah. So they call a penalty there. It's not touched. That out front. There's the shot. What's the wave off goal? Did Korpisalo not make it off the ice in time? Oh, and of course this feed goes to shit. Okay, so that's what happened. So it did score. However, the fourth player got on the ice. The extra attacker got on the ice before the goalie left the goal. So it's no goal for premature substitution. However, it's not too many men on the ice because it was already during a delayed penalty. I think that's how it was explained. All right, we are back in Vegas. I will be keeping an eye on this Philly game. Aho in takes a shot, misses the net high and wide. Vegas controlling out of their own zone. Fed up to the red line, and here we go in. Throwing it around the back of the net. Nobody went low boards. I don't know if that was supposed to be a shot pass. That was just not very good, in my opinion. All right. Pittsburgh into the Philly zone with the extra man. Around the back of the net. Low wall. A little bit of a bouncing puck. Fed to the point. Karlsson looking for something to do with it. Goes low dot. Russ back to Karlsson. Top of the high dot. Malkin. Russ fed out front to Crosby, and a great save by the Philadelphia goaltender. got an immediate icing in the Vegas game. So we're going to keep focusing on this overtime. Rust into the zone. Malkin looking, low dot. Passes it to Crosby at the high dot. Back to the top. And another big save by the Philadelphia goaltender. Let's make that a little lower. Battle off the face-off in front of Anderson. And Carolina had a 3-on-2 the other way, but couldn't control the puck. Going for a change after the dump in. We do not look bought in. I think that was a wild deflection that ended up on Schmidt. It looked like a pass trying to go across the ice, but ended up hitting the guy in front of him. How is that? What did I just see down here? Nope, it was a good, clean shot. Taking a look at Boston and Philly. Just saw a dude take out Corpusalo. Oh, sorry, that's Boston. Wow. The jerseys, the colors always get me with those two. Meanwhile, Vegas trying to skate it out of their own zone. Hutton gets it up the ice, and that's going to be an icing on Vegas. Dude, how is that not a goalie interference? Sealer went straight into, like, there was no reason for him to be in the position to slide into him like that. Apparently, so like I said, they just said for whatever reason, don't know why the rule is the way the rule is, but on a delayed penalty, if you're pulling the goalie off the ice and you jump too soon, it is not a stoppage and it's not a penalty. "30 seconds left on the Pittsburgh power play. Meanwhile, in Vegas, Carolina coming in with a free shot because why not? Stankoven adds a goal. Godly, dude. Our defense is so trash. Wait a second here. Wait a second here. Wait a second. Because Cassidy's sitting here doing this. Nope. Okay. I'll say I didn't see anything, but I was trying to react to the coach's reaction. Now, a delayed penalty on Pittsburgh gives Philly an extra man in the overtime. Kept Vegas keeping it in. Dorofeyev trying to go into the center. Can't get there. Hutton able to keep it in. Marner dumping it down low. Can't get it there. Can't get it through the stick. I said, my hope was that they wouldn't be able to score more than 3 on Schmidt. Confidence in that has shifted a little bit, but plus an empty net makes that dangerous. All right, minute 46 in the Pittsburgh overtime. Carolina, another steal from the guys in front of the net, gets an easy shot off, but this time Akira Schmidt with a great save. Trying to pitch it up ahead, just too far. Vegas gets it out, trying to feed it across, and Carlson just disrupted by the stick of, who is that? Probably Svechnikov. Barely able to stay on side, but they do Korczak with a great pass, and he couldn't bury the shot. Good grief, man. Dude, we're so close. We just can't. We have 26 shots. We just can't beat Anderson, man. Shout out to Anderson. Sorry, taking a peek down in Philadelphia. Little group on the wall. Minute 15 to go in the overtime as Pittsburgh takes control of the puck and dumps it down. Minute 25 on the Philadelphia power play. A minute. Let's see. Hang on. A minute and a quarter to go on the Philly power play. A minute to go in the overtime. Philadelphia controlling top of the low circle, looking for a place to go with it. Passes it baseline. Up to the high corner, but misplayed. And Boston clears down the low boards. 40 seconds to go in that overtime, and then we will be keeping an eye on the shootout. I don't think anything else is in overtime. Nope. Sensori all the way around the back of the net, and my feed to the overtime game just went away. Oh, Philly won it. Okay. Philly wins in overtime against the Penguins. Puck on the low boards in the Carolina zone. Carolina takes it the other way. Ehlers passes to the high wall, back to the middle. Jarvis makes a move, tries to backhand, and Schmidt shuts him down. Eichel launches it ahead. Barbashev's first. Anderson plays it. Nikishin walks to the red line, dumps it. Lazan back to play it. Korzak trying to get up ahead. Dude, our transitions were so good. And then they just take a dive. And then they'll come back for a little bit, and then they'll take a dive. Kolasar not able to make it through neutral. And dumped back in. Korzak to chase. They'll send it down the low boards. Kolasar tips it to the middle. Reinhart gets in. Charging in, and Howden. It's a goal. I can't believe what I just saw. Not a second. That is not the reaction I want. That is not the reaction I was meaning to have, but I was just so surprised we actually scored. Reinhart comes diving in. Howden pulls up and goes around the goalie. I was waiting for them to call some kind of interference or something. Yes, sir, Trevor. Howden just said fuck it and went hard at Anderson, and Anderson didn't know what to do. What a great move. Here, give me a sec. Sorry about that. I gotta go. Gotta stick with the rituals, especially when we score. Especially when we score late. Scoring for your Golden Knights with his second of the season, number 21, Brett Howden. Yay. Well, there goes Bejesus 6.5. So that's brutal. We need Vegas to who offsides. Okay. So we need Vegas to score and then get an empty net. So Jesus, sorry, buddy. But Trevor, you're still okay as of right now. Said hopefully we get a Vegas goal and then a Vegas empty net. That would be fantastic. Are these up to date? I don't think my app's refreshing. Puck coming down the low boards, dumped in. Dude who caught the puck to the mouth earlier looks to be back with the helmet on. Can't remember who it is. I'm trying to find out real quick. Yeah, Nystrom. All right. Stahl gets it deep. McNabb plays it back to Theodore in the low corner, up the low wall. And here comes Eichel down the low boards. He dumps it at Anderson, who fights it off to the high wall, and Chatfield gets it up to the point. Aho, not quite able to get it out, but he does now. Jarvis sitting down at the blue line. Leaves the pass off. The shot goes up over the net, all the way back down deep into the Carolina zone. Ooh, a little love tap by Lazon there. Dude, that needs to be that better be a penalty on Carolina. He just threw a punch. Lazon was not trying to fight. I don't know who came over and tried to break up the fight. And then the dude starts throwing punches. That needs to be another Carolina penalty. It's 4-on-4. That's bullshit. Howden comes in to push him away. The guy throws a punch, and it's a 4-on-4. That is obnoxious, dude. I hate that shit. That's such horseshit because Lazon wasn't having it. He's trying to go away. Dude kept going at him, so Howden comes in to break it up, and dude starts throwing punches. Like I said, I hate this. No. You both were no. One of us was experiencing the standard huddle, and one of us decided to be a little bitch. Oh well. 4-on-4 hockey with 11:21 to go in the third. Flyers won. I don't know why this is still saying what it's saying. Sabres are up 3-2 on the Blue Jackets, 12:35 to go in the third. Ducks are up on the Panthers 2-0 in Florida. That makes me feel worse about our loss. Start of the third period. Second intermission, Boston has come back to lead 3-2, but the Islanders have a minute 9 on a power play when they start the third. Lightning are up on the Predators 1-0, 15 to go in the second in Nashville. At first intermission, Winnipeg is up on the Wild 2-0. 2 minutes to go in the first. The Red Wings and the Blues are tied 1-1. And our backup game, the Capitals and the Stars, is 4 minutes in with no score. Back. That's not here. And we're back. Still waiting for the 4-on-4 to start. Carolina controlling the Vegas zone. Shot on Schmidt. Hits his glove. Pops out. Carlson takes control. Gives it to Theodore. Kicks it to Eichel. Oh, whoa. Whoa. How is that not a boarding? I don't know if that was Aho that just hit Carlson, but how is that not a boarding? 30 seconds gone on the 4-on-4. Carlson makes a Eichel. What the hell just happened? Carlson just kind of gave up the puck at the blue line. Eichel ends up with a great shot opportunity. That was interesting to say the least. Eichel putting pressure on Carolina in their own zone. And now Carolina, Nystrom cycling back behind his own goal. Under 60 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. Chatfield gets short of the red line, chips it in. It is touch, no icing. Borzak battling, ends up. Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry, guys. I'm a disaster right now. Puck taken all the way out of the zone to neutral by Carolina. Hurdle putting on a little pressure. You love to see it. Carolina into the zone. Chatfield down low, throws it back up high. Nystrom puts it into the crest of Schmid, who will cover it up. 13 seconds left on the 4-on-4. 9:33 to go in the period. Like I said, that was weird. Carly kind of just gave the puck up at the blue line off a couple of Carolina skates. But the Hurricane guys were just looking at each other like, yeah, go ahead and take it, buddy. And so Eichel came in like, all right, fine. Just launched one, but a little too far out, and a good save by Anderson, who has been playing his ass off. Like I said, this definitely has been a couple of good goalie battles. Or a couple of good goalies battling. Wait, I thought I saw Philly win. Were they celebrating? Like, was that? I could have sworn I saw Philly win. No, they're in a shootout. They must have shown, I must have popped back in when they were showing a replay. So each side has taken one shot. Both teams prevented a power play goal in the overtime. Coming in. Fakes it. Draws it back across the crease and buries the backhand. Philly with the first goal of the shootout. Meanwhile, Capitals in Dallas, 8 minutes gone. Shots are 4-3. Washington, no score. All right, I want to get back to the Vegas game, but I got to see how this shootout goes. Oh, there we go. Pop-up window. Okay, it finally showed up. For $80 a year. All right, Pitt scores. All right, Carolina controlling the last couple seconds of the 4-on-4 in the Vegas zone. Good pressure, forces them outside. Big shot goes off the post. Puck to the high corner. Oh, my goodness. Saved by the iron. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Another shot hits Eichel out high. Ooh, puck at the blue line. It's kept in. Another shot hits Schmidt in the crest. Dude, Philly dancing at the top of the crease. Just buried a shot. Forehand, backhand, forehand, backhand, and then backhand in past the blocker side. Dude, good action by McNabb. Puck hit the post and bounced off Schmid's back. Here we go. Pittsburgh to continue the shootout. Way out of the crease comes the goalie, and he makes the stop. There you go. Now Philly won. I thought, like I said, I must have caught a replay of them winning and celebrating because I swore I saw 3-2. But Philly does end up winning it in the shootout. Look up the high boards. Carlson chasing it down. And the puck's right back out into neutral. Stahl passes it ahead up high. Lazon takes him right into the corner. What a hit, Lazon. That's why I like this kid. Even though he's got to learn to stay out of the box, he took Blake right into the boards. Big shot and a stick breaks. That was Walker's stick explodes on him as he goes to take the shot. Carolina in control right now. We need to see some offensive time for the Knights. A swing and the miss by Nikishin. Nikishin across the point to Nystrom. That shot goes wide. Stahl takes a hit down, or sorry, Tanner Hall takes a hit down low. Back across the Hall. Dude, point back up to the blue line. Nikishin back to the high point. 7:30 to go in the third. We just got lucky. He missed the net by a mile. Get some fresh legs on the ice. Let's get some offense, guys. Come on. Shots are 28-23 Vegas. We've had 28 shots for too long now. Carolina gets it right back in. Dorofeyev settles. Theodore feeds it up the low wall. Hurdle able to get it across, but not out. McNabb does get it out. Dorofeyev gets it deep. Hurdle chasing against Stahl. Puck comes up the low boards. Marner able to get it. Loses it into the corner, but for the moment, it's now Stahl gets it out. Never mind. From the red line and in. Theodore lets it go around to Dorofeyev, and that's another turnover as the pass to Hurdle gets picked off. Hurricanes trying to come back in, stopped at the Vegas blue line. Guys, can we please get the puck deep? And it's going to be played with the high stick. We're getting a face-off in the Carolina zone. I'm glad Dorofeyev pointed because I thought the same thing. 6:27 to go in the third. See if any other games are close. 8:37, Sabres up 3-2. Dude, what just happened? Nothing's getting close to getting down to the wire yet. Theodore pitches it out front, could not connect with Holtz. Another shot coming in. Anderson lays down. The puck's still loose. Dude, that puck was... Yo, what's up, Merks? How you been, buddy? That puck was still loose. I've been all right, man. How about you? That's awesome, man. Glad to hear it. Dude, Theodore with the little toe drag, throws it down. Yeah, I need to see this. Puck's loose, puck's loose, puck's not under the goalie. The puck's not under the goalie. It never was. I mean, a lot of chaos happening. This officiating crew is trash, so you can't expect a whole lot. But that puck was never frozen. It was loose on the ice. Scotfield gets it up the boards, and it's going to be an icing on Carolina. Another faceoff comes down in front of Anderson. 6:02 to go in the third. Yeah, I would definitely enjoy seeing a Vegas win right here. That would make me a little happier than I have been, but Down 1-0, go up 2-1, go down 3-2, tie it up 3-3. At least it's been entertaining, if nothing else. I don't appreciate the stress, but Korzak chasing down the puck, gets it back up the ice. There you go, Jesus. Yeah, it's unfortunately, buddy, your 6.5 is done. So hopefully we get a Marner goal. Fed back, not quite in time for Marner. Ooh, Hurdle goes across. How is that not a hook? How was that not a hook? Dorofeyev had a line to the net, and the guy almost ripped his arm off. He might have dislocated Dorofeyev's shoulder. And that's not a penalty? God, this officiating crew is garbage. All right, races. Off to the races. Eichel shoots and scores! Let's go! Let's go! Total misplay and a perfect pass from Barbashev up to Eichel, just breaking away and burying it. Gotta love it, fellas. You gotta love it. '29th birthday goal. I forgot it's his birthday today. For your Golden Knights with his 7th of the season, number 19. Sorry, number 9. Yeah. I go. They just added the late assist, so with an assist from number 49, Ivan Barbashev. Great play by Reinhardt in neutral. Gloves the puck, takes it in across. Puck back behind the net. Chatfield works his way out. Korzak misses it. Prevents the Ellers from being able to really come and help. Lazon playing heavy. Look at the man go. Puck fed back to Korzak. Coming. Okay. I'll do it when the game is over. It looked like he ripped his elbow out of his socket. And there was no penalty. Yeah, he waved off the hand pass. Unreal. Dude, if Dorofeyev is hurt, I'm going to be 10 times as pissed. Nope, there's Dorofeyev there. He's already in. Hopefully, like I said, he's not. Nothing's wrong. Because the fact that that wasn't a penalty, I will never understand. But shout out TJ Luxmore. Dorofeyev gets into the zone. A shot on a hard angle fought off by Anderson. Under 3 minutes to go in the game. Carolina working their way up and in. Schmid plays it from behind his net. And Vegas is able to get it out. Oh, yeah. Mercs, I didn't see much of the game, but I watched the overtime and the shootout. The overtime was wild. Both sides stopping extra man attack is nuts. Nice. Let's go, baby. Vegas up 5-3 late in the third. I'll be back in a sec. Gotta get my high five. No, I know. It's all good. Here, I'm coming back. Sorry, that was my dad's way of watching is much further behind mine. I forget that. Oh, dude, much better performance from the Knights. We had a lot of bad spots. A lot of bad spots, a lot of stuff to work on, but much improved. And Carolina wore us out. So it's an empty net for Carolina. Carolina wore us out in the second period, but we have the bigger tank. So even though, like I said, I was talking about it at the end of the second, our guys were dragging ass, which doesn't usually happen at that time. But Zach Eichel, NHL ranks this season 19 points, 9 power play assists, 6 multi point games, and 9 power play points, all first. 6 multi point games is tied for first, but he leads in points, power play assists, multi point games, and power point points. That is insane. But yeah, Mercs, like the second we never start when we're supposed to start. Game started at 3:30. We showed up at 4:00. So 10 minutes in, the first 10 minutes look like trash. If you go to the start of the stream, I probably said we're going to look like trash. And then late in the first, start of the second, will look really good. And then second is 50-50. But when it comes to the third, we just have more in the tank. Yeah, Friday, Nevada Day. I know nobody else has that day off, but if you're around for a lunch break, I'll be here at 12:30. And our next game, let me look. Actually, Friday is our next game. So I'll figure out there's only one game tomorrow. So we might as well watch it, but we'll see. But we don't play again till Friday, and that's the early game. Ooh, missed the empty netter. Carlson, you bum. Carolina headed the other way. 60 seconds to go in the game. Empty net for the Hurricanes. Shot breaks the stick. And Vegas, oh, just out of reach of Carlson. Sorry, Colasar. 45 seconds. Ellers across the red line and in. Stop high. And Colasar is going to swing it down the other way. I was after you, so 12:30 is 2:30 here, so I should be able to make it nice. I mean, if it's 3, I feel like 3:30 there, right? But close. But yeah, I get you. Yeah, that's surprisingly not a lot of people on the West Coast with me. But Vegas needs to prevent this shot so Trevor has a chance at a payday. Ooh, good stick by Carlson. They'll play catch with Hurdle, and Hurdle will ice the game. Hey, no, you're all good. My 9, that work. Yeah. No, you're good. But yeah, 3 hours to 6:17. It's all good. I definitely get it, brother. For your Golden Knights with his fourth of the season and an empty net goal, number 48, Thomas Hurdle, assisted by number 71, William Wild Bill Carlson. All right, y'all. Big dub for the Golden Knights. We looked a lot better than we have the last couple of games. Hopefully, we start getting some guys back. That would be huge. Confidence is looking good. Akira Schmidt and Carl Lindbaum are my guys right now. Nothing but faith in them. Next game for the Golden Knights is going to be Saturday at 12:30. Yeah, we definitely did, Mercs. We definitely did. So 12:30 Friday afternoon. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the game tomorrow. There's only one game, and I'm really not all that interested. It's what do I say? Yeah. Toronto Maple Leafs and the Columbus Blue Jackets. I may watch it just because I haven't watched Columbus yet, so I don't know. If you guys want to come and hang out, just keep an eye out for the stream. You know, I always post it early. But other than that, we will be back Thursday. Again, not sure. Probably Stars Lightning if I have to choose. We'll do Dallas and Tampa. So keep an eye out for those streams the next couple of days, and we'll be back Friday for the Golden Knights. But hey, if you're here, hey, Mercs, then I look forward to seeing you, brother. I'm out of here, though. I need to go get some food. So thanks for hanging out, Mercs. Jesus, Trevor, Nate was in here. Everybody, Remy, Million. Love you guys. Greatly appreciate it. Appreciate you hanging out. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. You too, buddy.